Hi Bolt Bakers. Back to school time does not have to be all that bad. Today I have 3 Rice Krispie Treats for you. They are all different flavors and best of all, they are no bake. They make the perfect after school treat to look forward to. So let's get started. So before we get started, I just want to check with everybody that you all know about YouTube's community feature. Now over here, I post pictures from behind the scenes, sneak peeks of upcoming episodes, and I even get to ask you guys questions. It's really, really fun. It's kind of like YouTube's version of social media. So what you want to do is subscribe to my channel, which I'm sure you already are and have seen all of my videos, and then tap that bell because that's what will notify you when I post on YouTube community. So you get to be a part of the conversation too. Okay, now that's out of the way. Let's kick this all off with a Snickers Rice Krispie Treat. So in a large bowl, we're going to add in some butter and loads of marshmallows. Now you can use vegan butter and you can use vegan marshmallows also if you are vegan, so that will work really well too. Now what we want to do is pop this into the microwave for 2 minutes for the butter and marshmallows to melt. So you'll notice when you take marshmallows out of the microwave, they puff up really big. It's kind of cool. You can also do this in a pot over the stove over low heat, and that will work really well too. So what to do is just give this mix a bit of a mix around just to make sure it's all combined, and then we're going to add in our next ingredient. Okay, this is looking good. Let's face it, who does not love melted marshmallows? Now our next secret ingredient, which probably is not so secret, are Rice Krispies. Now feel free to use any kind of cereal that you have at home. They will work really well. I just like Rice Krispies because they're small and they get coated totally in marshmallows. So in you guys go. It might look like a lot of Rice Krispies. It is a lot, you need them. Then once they're all in there, go in with your spatula and give it a really good stir around and coat all of that lovely cereal in marshmallowy goodness. So Rice Krispie Treats remind me of when we used to come to Florida as kids and as a family. We used to go to Disney World, we used to go to all of like the centers, like Epcot Center, Universal, all that sort of stuff. But I remember it was the first time I ever had a Rice Krispie Treat that they sold in the stores, and I absolutely loved them. I remember wondering, like, what is in this? It's marshmallows, butter, and Rice Krispies. Okay, this is all mixed up. It's really sticky. Now we're going to press it into our tray and start building our other layers. So here I have a baking tray. It's 7 inches by 11 inches. You can also use something a little bit smaller and that will work really well. I like to get my Rice Krispie Treats really thick, so I might not actually use the whole tray. So when your mix is still soft and squishy, I can actually hear it popping. Snap, crackle, and pop, like it says on the box. Go ahead and scoop it into your tray. So now if you're thinking to yourself, this looks like a regular Rice Krispie Treat and where's the Snickers? Stay tuned because that bit's coming next. And then just take a spatula and flatten it out as best you can. So you guys know I love no-bake treats, and I know you guys do too. That's why I wanted to do something like this. I think you're really going to enjoy these, and they're so easy to make. The recipe can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com, so head over there for the measurements. So now I'm going to set my Rice Krispies over to the side and bring in my bowl of caramel. Now this is going to be our next layer. So into here I'm going to add in a little bit of milk. And then what I'm going to do is pop these into the microwave and let them completely melt. Now if you don't have a microwave, you can also melt these in a pot. That'll be fine too. So it's been 2 minutes and my caramels are melted. Check that out. Oh. So now I'm going to bring back in my Rice Krispie Treats, and I've got my caramel. You might want to wait until it's a little bit cooled down, and then just go ahead and pour it over your Rice Krispies in a nice big layer. You're starting to see where this is going. We've got caramel, we're going to have nuts, chocolate, oh, just like a Snickers. Feel free to spread your caramel out with a spatula just so you get a nice even layer. Okay, lovely. Next up, toasted peanuts. So the peanuts that I like to use are salted and roasted because you get that little bit of extra flavor. It works well with the caramel, with the chocolate, absolutely delicious. So go ahead and scatter them all over the top, and do not be shy with these. A nice thick, generous layer is what you want to do with these guys. All over until it covers the top. Now what I like to do to make sure that it's all even is just go in with my hand and press down the nuts into the caramel, just so it's a nice and even surface. Okay, great. This is already starting to set. They firm up really fast. So now don't worry, I haven't forgotten about our chocolate layer. Here I have a big bowl of melted milk chocolate. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that all over the top. Also make sure that your chocolate isn't too hot when you're pouring it over so it doesn't slide around everywhere. You cannot have a Snickers without chocolate. Okay, great. And then if you want, take your spatula and just even it all out. There is nothing about this that's not going to be delicious. Marshmallow, caramel, peanuts, oh, yummy. Okay, so now because this has a chocolate layer, we need it to set. So you can actually leave it out at room temperature, or you can pop it into the fridge, and we're going to let it set up for around an hour and a half. Just make sure that chocolate gets nice and cold. My Snickers Rice Krispie Treat is all set, so it's ready to be cut. So with a nice warm knife, go ahead and cut nice big squares. I say big because you know I like everything big. You can do whatever you want. And then look at that. You see the caramel layer and the nuts and the chocolate on top. Oh, these are gonna be just like a Snickers. Yummy. This is so good. The reason it tastes like a Snickers because the marshmallow is kind of like the nougat of a Snickers, and then you've got caramel and the peanuts and a big layer of chocolate. I tell you, if you make these, you're going to be running home after school to have them. Yummy. I promise you they're all going to be as good as this one, so let's move on to our next one. With our next flavor, the name says it all. It is a Funfetti Rice Krispie Treat. Now, just like the last one, in a large bowl, we're going to add in some butter and marshmallows, and then just pop these into the microwave until they're fully melted. Then just take a spatula and stir together your butter and marshmallows. Okay, so now this is our base. Now we're going to build on top of this. Here I have some white chocolate chips, which I absolutely love. And Funfetti always reminds me of the flavor of white chocolate. I don't know why, but it does. So I'm going to toss those in there. Next, we're going to add in our Rice Krispies, because you can't have Rice Krispie Treats without Rice Krispies. So now here is my secret ingredient, Fruity Pebbles. This is what's going to make it really look like Funfetti. Now, if you do not have Fruity Pebbles in your country, do not worry. You can just replace them with Rice Krispies. You can also throw a few sprinkles in there as well to make up for them. And then with your spatula, go ahead and mix it all together. When you're mixing, take care not to crush your cereal too much because you want it to stay intact. Okay, perfect. This looks great, it smells amazing. Now we're going to press it into our tin. Scoop your Rice Krispie Treat into your prepared tin. I like how it all falls out in one big lump, makes it less messy. And then with your spatula, go ahead and just like the other one, flatten it out on top. Okay, so these have taken good shape. Now here I have some more chocolate chips and I'm just going to scatter them on top just for a bit of extra crunch and flavor. Okay, so we got nice even coverage there of white chocolate chips. Give them a little bit of a press down with your hand so they stay in place. Great. Now I'm going to set this aside for around an hour and just let it set up. I'm very well aware that these treats look the exact same warm as they do cold, but I still think it looks fantastic. When it's nice and set with my knife, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one up too. It does help when you have a warm knife because it kind of cuts through the marshmallow because it can be a bit sticky. Lovely. And like I said, cut any size that you like. There is no judgment here. Now I have to taste this guy as well, just to make sure that he's okay for you guys. Oh, see how gooey that is? There's so much marshmallow. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. And the white chocolate in it, make sure you don't skip that step. Definitely add white chocolate into these. Oh my gosh, these keep on getting better and better. Okay, on to our next treat. So as usual, I always try and save the best for last. So here is a S'mores Rice Krispie Treat. So now just like before, I have my butter in my bowl and my marshmallows. I melted them and then I've mixed them all together. Into this, I'm going to add in some Rice Krispies. So what makes a s'more a s'more? Well, the next thing we're going to add in is chocolate, because you cannot have a s'more without chunks of chocolate. The nice thing about this, because the marshmallow is warm, it starts to melt the chocolate a little bit and you get these kind of streaks all the way around. It's really lovely. So now another component in a s'more is marshmallows. Now I know we already have marshmallows in here, but I'm going to throw in a few extra just because I can. So now a s'more is made with graham crackers, which we all know and love, but I've got the second best thing here, golden grahams. This is a cereal that you buy that tastes just like graham crackers. Now don't worry if you don't have it, you can always leave it out and maybe add in a little bit of cinnamon into your Rice Krispies. Just go ahead and toss all those in there. I have to say this is probably one of my most favorite cereals. So now all of our delicious ingredients are in there and I just want to mix it up really well together. Just look at that chocolate melting. Yum. Just added extra flavor and yumminess. Once your mix is all combined, then scoop it into your prepared tray. Once your Rice Krispie Treat is spread out in the tray nice and evenly, I'm going to go over the top and add on a few more marshmallows and a handful of golden grahams. Look at that. Gorgeous. And then just like with the other ones, flatten them down so those ingredients stick on the top. Gorgeous. This looks fantastic. So I don't think we could possibly add any more to this Rice Krispie Treat, so I'm going to set it aside and let it firm up. So now the S'more Rice Krispie Treat sets up really fast because you have the melted chocolate in there and it hardens. So this is even quicker than the other ones. Go ahead and take it out of your tin and then cut up your portions. So once you've made your Rice Krispie Treats, you can store them at room temperature in an airtight container for up to like 4 to 5 days. They last a long time and they'll stay totally fresh. So then you've got a good snack to go to. Now my favorite part of the job. I have made a lot of s'more desserts on Bigger Bolder Baking, and I have to say, I think this might be my favorite one. So yummy. And then the toasted cereal in there. Yum, 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 yum. Just goes to show you, you can enjoy s'mores so many ways. If you have a little bit of extra time after school and are looking for something fun to make, I definitely recommend my No-Bake Rice Krispie Treats. I know you're going to love them. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to tap that subscribe button, and I'll see you back here really soon for more Bigger Bolder Baking. Oh, it smells actually really good.